My name is Mark Samson. I've been here at the City Police Department about 6 years. I'm the Public Information Officer, crime prevention / I do everything no one else wants to do. Like I said, maybe 5 or 6 a year. There aren't many, and that might be an exaggeration a little bit.
No.
It's pretty broad. Every law is pretty much written that way because it allows me to go in with a vision this way instead of right here. So, as I'm standing by watching something unfold, if I'm starting to notice people stopping and listening and getting off their normal track of visiting the city, or two businessmen walking down the street and they stop to look over here and see what's going on, that leads me to believe that, these people are getting out of hand, and then, I'm listening to whatever the language is, and then we act appropriately on that. Language is covered under First Amendment. So if we decide to step in too fast, have we violated First Amendment rules of the Constitution? We very well could. So we go at that slow. We look at the totality of everything and make sure that you understand why we showed up and what our concerns are, not just for you, but for the other people. I know sometimes over at the college, for instance, there's a couple of young guys that, I don't know if it's a soapbox or what, but they bring something and stand on it and they're preaching and all that. Some of the guys at the school get pretty upset over some of that. So as that gets amped up and a little bit rowdy, we're also watching the guy that's out there preaching or saying what he wants to say, making sure he is safe at the same time. So we're looking at more than just the person saying it. We're looking at the entire picture, and then we're looking at both sides at the same time, because we don't want that to come to blows in any way, because again, he's out exercising his First Amendment. Well, when the person doesn't want to comply with what we're asking, or that situation is escalating quicker than it safely can do that. If you want to continue to escalate after we've asked you to slow down, and you don't want to do that, then we're going to intervene. Or if you're standing here and you're not getting louder, or you're not throwing literature, or you're not trying to incite something with the rest of the crowd, but the crowd is continuing to amp up, we may need to step in between just to have our own show of force and say, look, he's legal what he's doing. He's out on the sidewalk. He's not on the school property, or he's not on, the hotel's property, whatever it may be. So let's just back off, let him have his time. If you want to be able to do the same thing, you can set up a free speech area and do your thing as well. But that's kind of it. I don't know if that answers it. It's loose because it is officer discretion. How is his words affecting your life or anyone's life? 7 million visitors a year, 3,500 students at the school, 14,000 residents that live in San Jose. How is this affecting their quality of life? This is what he wants to do with his life. I get it. That's fine. I totally understand that. But at the same time, you have to respect the lives of others who aren't on the same plane you're on. And if he understands, well, when I tell him that, we're all good. But if you want to push that envelope, then I have to up my game to the point, if I have to, of taking you down and putting handcuffs on you. That's a last resort. But sometimes it does come to that. But the final end is we're going to gain compliance one way or the other from this guy. Now, my fuse may be longer or shorter than the rest of the officers to get to compliance, but at some point we're all going to meet at the end of the road.